Great performance, an amazing battery, and throw in a stylish design for good measure. Those are the basics of what most of us want in a laptop, and that's what Microsoft promises with its Surface Laptop 4. The timing on Microsoft's latest laptop really couldn't be better. Most of us are still working from home, and there's a lot of talk that this could be the new norm. We're beginning to realize we need a solid multitasking device. But is this the one? First up, design. I got the 15-inch matte black Surface Laptop 4 with aluminum body, and it's a looker. Minimalistic, yet stylish. No real change compared to the Surface Laptop 3. The matte black is prone to fingerprints, and yes, it shows every speck of dust, but man, it looks nice, especially the mirrored Windows logo on the front. The 15-inch Pixel Sense screen is quite beautiful. It has a 3:2 ratio compared to more traditional 16:9, which is becoming more common for Microsoft. The added height lets you see more on the screen, which can be beneficial when using programs with spreadsheets like Excel or even coding. It's also a touchscreen with 10-point multi-touch, and it's compatible with the Surface Pen. The keyboard is impressive, everything from the size of the keys to key travel. I love the fact that you can control the intensity of the backlighting on the keys for use in poorly lit conditions, and the trackpad is large, 4.5 inches wide, and relatively quiet. The speakers also sound great. They're hidden beneath the keyboard, and the Surface Laptop 4 supports Dolby Atmos, which is great if you plan on doing more than just office work on your laptop. But if low-key viewing is more of your thing, it does have a headphone jack, along with a USB-A and USB-C port, and the proprietary Surface Connect port for charging. Now, when it comes to performance, the Surface Laptop 4 is no shrinking daisy. In fact, it's quite impressive. You get to choose the processor. You choose between Intel and the AMD Ryzen, and I think a lot of you will like the fact that you get to choose what goes in your machine. Now, these are the tech specs of the review unit I received. I can bombard you with benchmarks and stats, but I think most of you care about real-world performance. And I can tell you, I put this laptop through a lot. Everything from video conferencing to streaming movies, editing photos, and editing videos, including parts of this video. It did it all without a hiccup. Now, the ultimate performance in the end is really going to depend on the specs that you choose. And we can't forget about battery life. It continues to be one of the most important features for many of us. While Microsoft claims you should get close to 17.5 hours on a single charge on the 15-inch model, I found it to be a little shy of that. I could typically get around 12 hours, but you have to keep in mind that number will swing drastically depending on factors like screen brightness and the programs you run, as some like 4K editing will push your processor more than others. There are a few things that could be improved. While the screen is beautiful, it doesn't have an anti-glare coating. It's extremely reflective, which may limit where you can use your laptop. And while it's nice to have a choice between USB-A and USB-C ports, there's only one USB-C. You may require a hub if you're connecting external devices. And the webcam is only 720p. You would think it would be at least full HD, since many more of us are doing things like video conferencing from home these days. Despite lacking a few features, the Surface Laptop 4 is a pretty impressive machine. It's great for most, especially if you're working from home and you can make use of that taller screen for things like spreadsheets and photo editing, even video editing. Now for gamers, it will play games. You're probably, though, going to have to reduce some of those graphics settings, but it does work fairly well for cloud gaming. But for the hardcore gamers out there, you're probably going to want a machine with a little more horsepower. But for everyone else, it's a great choice. Here's the breakdown.